agreements have labor standards and environmental standards so U.S. workers aren't being undermined. We're going to make sure that we have a Department of Labor that believes in labor, because when organized people are allowed to organize into unions, that gives them more leverage and better wages. That's what I believe in. That's what I believe in when I come to the United States. We need to invest in science and research and technology. I'm tired of a president who doesn't believe in science. I want an administration that promotes science and fact and reason and knowledge. That's how our economy will grow. I want to invest in infrastructure in this country, not just roads and bridges, but broadband lines that can connect this country the same way that the interstate highway system connected this country. We've fallen behind. We rank like 16th or 20th. We're behind countries like South Korea on high-speed internet access because we have not invested in our infrastructure in this country. And part of the reason we're not investing is because we are spending $10 to $12 billion a month in Iraq. I want that money invested right here in Portland, right here in America, for the benefit of the work. I want the next generation to create the kind of energy policy that will mean a sustainable planet for our children and our grandchildren. We are sending $1 billion every day to foreign nations, many of them hostile, because of our addiction to foreign oil, and we're melting the polar ice caps in the bargain. It makes no sense. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cap the emission of greenhouse gases that are causing global warming. And we're going to charge polluters for their pollution, and we will generate billions of dollars. And we will reinvest that money into solar and wind and biodiesel, clean energy sources. We can put people back to work, building windmills, building solar panels, creating the next clean alternative fuel. If we just have a little bit of imagination, there's no reason. Efficiency standards on cars to 40 miles per gallon, we would save the equivalent of all the oil we import from the Persian Gulf. Imagine what that would do, not just for our economy, not just for our environment, but for our national security. By the way, when I made that recommendation, I didn't do it in front of the environmental group. I didn't come to Portland. I went to Detroit in front of the automakers. And I told them they had to change their ways. We'll work with them. We will invest in retooling. But they had to change their ways. I have to say the room was really quiet. Nobody clapped. But that's okay, because part of my job as president will be to tell you not just what we think you want to hear, but to tell you what you need to hear, to tell you the truth. That will be my job as President of the United States of America. Finally, it's time for us to create a foreign policy we can be proud of. You know, there's been a debate about the Commander-in-Chief test. Let me tell you my view of being Commander-in-Chief. My job will be to keep you safe. And I will not hesitate to do whatever's required. I won't hesitate to strike against those who would do us harm. I've got two little girls, 9 and 6, who I need to protect along with your children and your grandchildren. But what I understand is that begins with maintaining the finest military on earth, and that means that we're training our troops properly and equipping them properly. It means we're putting them on proper rotation so that they get rest and they're with their families. And it means that we treat them properly when they come home. No more homeless veterans, no more people that don't take people to benefits. We have to treat our veterans with honor and respect they have earned. But here's also what it means. Here's also what it means. It means using our military wisely. It means when you answer that phone call at 3 a.m. that you're not trigger happy, that you get all the facts, that you get a diverse range of opinions, that you act on your best judgment. That's what leadership is. That's what being commander-in-chief is. It's not trying to talk tough. It's being tough by being smart and being disciplined. The war in Iraq was unwise. I said in 2002, this will distract us from going after real enemies in Afghanistan, those who killed 3,000 Americans. It will fan the flames of anti-American sentiment. It will divide us from the allies we need to fight against terrorism. It will cost us hundreds of billions of dollars and thousands of lives, and it will not make us more safe. It has not made us more safe. That's why I opposed it in 2002. That's why I will bring this war to an end in 2009. But I don't want to just end the war. I want to end the mindset that got us into war. I am tired of the politics of fear that uses as a way to scare our votes instead of a way to bring the country together. I don't like seeing the politics of fear used in our own party. And I don't like it being used by the other party, because it is not the way for us to solve our problem. I want to implement what Bill Richardson understands so well from his years of experience, that we can't just talk to our friends, we've got to talk to our enemies. I said this very early on. Like Senator Clinton and Senator McCain and George Bush, who say, you can't do that. And I say, watch me. Watch me, because I remember what John F. Kennedy once said. He said, we can never negotiate out of fear, but we can never fear to negotiate. That's what strong countries and strong presidents do. That's what Kennedy did with Khrushchev.